See, now we are going straight ahead to the front part. So now to do the front part, this step you need to make sure your this thing is so wide enough to accommodate your chest, to accommodate half of your chest measurement plus some inches, maybe like 5 or 6 inches. So right at this point, this will be the center front. I'm going to be ruling a line just like this, and this will mark the position of the center front. So this is the center front. So now there's a little bit of calculation we need to do also for your jacket. If you want to draft the pattern for your jacket, you're not going to be using the exact 34 inches for, how do I call it, for the chest circumference. When you're making your jacket, you need to add some allowances for ease, because this jacket you're going to have to be wearing shirts under, it's going to be having interfacing, it's going to be having lining and all stuffs that we are going to stuff into it, plus you're going to be wearing another outfit under it. So that is to say you need enough ease. So in my case, what I've always done is I add 4 inches to my chest circumference. That is what you should do. So if my chest circumference is 34 inches plus 4, that will make it 38 inches. So my normal chest circumference I'm going to be having here is going to be 38 inches. 4 inches. You can have little, you can have less this thing, and you can have more. It is important, but make sure this 4 inches is always a cool idea, because if you have less, one advantage to having less than 4 inches is it may affect your armhole. It may make your armhole a little bit smaller. So 4 inches is always a very good idea. That is what I've been using, and it has always been cool. But for bigger guys, you may want to think of going more than 4 inches, or maybe for overcoats and the likes. If it's not a normal jacket, if it's not a fitted jacket, then you may go beyond that. So but 4 inches is always cool. So I'm going to be using 4 inches. 34 plus 4, that makes it 38 inches. And what am I going to do right now is I am going to measure this place at the back point, the chest position. And right here, I think I have about 7.75. That is 7.75. So I'm going to be removing that 7.75. Before we do that, let's do a bit of calculation. 34 inches by 38 inches. If you have to divide that by 2, I think that should be 19 inches. So, and we have 7.75 right here. So you are going to be removing the 7.75 you have at the back part. You have to be putting it here, and then from there you mark your 19 inches. So my 19 inches gets here. So you are going to have to do the same thing right to the hip. My hip circumference is 34, and I'm also going to be adding 4 inches to that at the hip line. So I'm having 38. So that means I'm still going to be having the same measurement I have here. So, but here's one thing we will do rather. We will measure what we have here. In this case, I have 6.5 inches here. And if I have to remove that 6.5 inches from here and measure my 19 inches, this is where I am going to get to. So this is half of my 38 inches. And then the waistline also, we are going to also have to do that for the waistline. The waistline is, my waist circumference is 30 inches. And if I have to like add 4 inches to that 30, that will make it 34 inches. And if I deduct that 34 inches by 2, that will be that will be, sorry, what would that be? 34. That should be 17 inches by 2, yeah. That should be 17 inches. So I'm going to come back to the back part like this. I have 6 inches at the back part. I'm going to remove that 6 inches also and put it right on this line, and then measure my 17 right here. So right here I'm having it almost at the same line. So I'm just going to like connect from this point. Then I may like add maybe 1 inch or 0.75 to it for that. Although I'm still going to have to remove some darts. So I think I'm rushing. And I'm doing that to save data, but let's get this thing easier, slower, so we can get it on time. I think that is the most important thing, having you get it. So from this top line, I'm going to have to be measuring all these points. Okay, so now that I have this is down already. Now at the top line, we should start this also at the top line. I'm going to be having my this is my across chest measurement. That is 15 inches. 15 inches, that should be 7.5. And also my 7.5 right here. And then I'll be marking that 7.5. I will connect these two lines. So once you connect these two lines, you divide this point, this measurement, you divide that by 2. Yeah, you divide the measurement by 2. 7.5 by 2. So I think that's about 3.8 or something. So I'm going to be having the measurement I have here, and I just come down from that point maybe about 3 inches, and then right here the measurement I have for my neckline, and that is for my neckline at this point, the measurement I have from here to here, that's about 3 inches. And how do I get that? Was my chest divided by 12, if you still remember. So 3 inches right here, and then I'm going to be having that half of the 3 inches, I'm going to be having it here, and half of the 3 inches will be 1.5 inches. So from this line, then you connect. So once you connect these lines, I would say the neck is almost ready. The neck part is almost ready. So, and once that is done, remember my shoulder slant for the back is 2.5, and I'm going to have the same 2.5 right here. So this is where my 2.5 reaches, and then from that point I'm going to have to extend. So now on this extension, what I will do is measure what I have here, and I have 6.5 right here. So you put your 6.5 from this point, 6.5 at the back. You don't forget, yes, at this shoulder line of the back. So I'm going to be having the same thing right here. My 6.5 reaches here from that tip, and I'll connect from the shoulder line to the neckline like that. So once I do this, the next thing I'm going to be doing is the measurement I have here right at the back. This is 2.25. I'm going to have it here also at the front, and then I'll connect with my curve from this shoulder tip to that point, and then from that point also I'm going to be drawing my curve to the midpoint of this point. Or after drawing this, you extend this line also by 2.25. Yes, that line should also be extended by 2.25. So once I have this extension, what I'm going to do is now connect with my curve to this point, and then complete it right here as well. So now that I have this, done, now that I've done this, my armhole is almost ready. So let's take let's take our tape rule and measure what we have for the armhole. Okay, right here is about 11.75, and then we connect with start from here. So right here I have 17 inches. Mind you, this is cool for me. This is cool for me. But if that measurement is too small for you, you can just increase the armhole depth a bit. But this is nice. This is a very nice one for me. So now that we've done that, the next thing we will have to do is measure what we have here. We divide it, the same measurement we have here, we divide that by 2 as well, and that should fall around this area. And also you do the same thing right here, and you connect. This will be the position of your dart. So when you connect, you extend this line about 2.5 inches below the waistline. So once you do that, we'll fix the line where we are going to be having one of our darts.